The new season of Wednesday is finally here, and I would be remiss if I didn't do a makeup look inspired by the soft goth queen that is Jenna Ortega. I think a lot of us came to really love her look in Wednesday. It's such a great example of like something wearable and gothic. But I'm particularly inspired right now by some of her looks she's been wearing on the press tour. This one in particular is a favorite of mine. I love the soft, dusty lilac eyes, a little bit of smokiness and muted tones on the lips and cheeks. It's really giving like elevated gothic elegance, and I'm so here for it. So this look is going to be really inspired by that. I'll kind of tailor it for my face, as I often encourage you guys all to do when you try out a makeup look. So that's the plan for today. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start by trying out this primer here, kind of newish to me. It's from Urban Decay. It's the All Nighter Ultra Glow Face Primer. I've used it a couple times and it seems to be hydrating with like a really kind of soft glow, more like a moisturized glow. And I'm gonna prep the whole face with that. The Wednesday look is very, very matte, but what I kind of love about this like more red carpet look from Jenna is that there's a bit of luminosity on her skin. I think it really suits the tones. I don't know, something about it. Skin feels kind of smooth, a little bit tacky. Next up, using the Urban Decay Face Bond. This is the shade 5, so much more of my summer shade. And, you know, the Wednesday look is kind of pale and dusty almost, but this red carpet look has a little bit more color and warmth to it. So I think you can go in either direction, but I'm gonna just stick with what suits my skin right now and build this up in some thin layers. I look back on some of my footage from when I was doing like gothic looks in the summer of last year, and the mismatch between my face and chest is just a bit too much for me. Gotta save that for the winter time. And definitely feel free to leave your under eye shadows. I'll probably cover them just like a touch, but I'm not going to completely erase them because they can definitely add to the look. Just going to do a soft bit of foundation on the eye area. I'm going to try something for the bronzer contour step. Wednesday is always super pale, very much a contour gal, but Jenna Ortega's look here has some warmth to it for sure. So I'm just going to mix two shades to get a bit of a bronzing contour effect all in one. So I'm taking Intuition from Rituel, which is super gray, super cool toned. And then Vive Bronzer in Light, which is my bronzer that's a little bit on the more neutral side, not too warm. So I'm gonna see what happens if I combine these two. Hopefully getting the best of both worlds as a shade to flesh out the face. So I'm gonna place that just below the cheekbone. Okay, I can definitely see the cool tones coming through first, so put in a little bit more warmth. And I'm not being heavy-handed exactly, but I'm definitely doing enough that it's fairly noticeable and definitely part of the look. I just did my brows off camera, and let this just be a note that with any look, whether you're recreating it or just inspired by it, always tailor it towards your tastes and your features. Like, I just not here for a bleach brow moment. It's a bit just editorial for me, at least for an everyday basis. So keeping my brows. And blush, let's move on to that. I'm going to use my Kaleidos Hot Shot blush. I think it's going to be perfect for this. Talked about this shade in my soft goth makeup faves because it has a mutedness to it, but a little bit of warmth as well. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening in her look here. So I'm just going to build that up slowly, starting a little bit where the contour kind of started to blend into my face. And I'm going to use this to create the dimension that blush does, but also to add a little bit of contouring. Like, see how it's just like creating more dimension, but it's not necessarily creating like a flush of color. It's a really interesting shade. Her blush kind of does go a little bit low, so I'm going to be blending it down as well. Kind of like a triangle shape. For the eyes, I think the Melt She's in Parties has some great shades for this. I love this palette for muted purples in general. I'm gonna start with this shade here, like this soft lilac, Total Immortal. Ooh. And I'm going to sweep that across the entire lid. Purples are like such a great color for adding a little bit of color to Gothic looks. I don't know what it is about purple that has a little bit of this kind of mysterious, witchy feel, but it does. I'm just gonna lay down that color softly. Her eyes are open, so I can't really see the look too much in detail, but I'm just gonna take a little gander, a little guess, and deepen this up a little bit. So going in with this slightly deeper shade, Last Caress. So I'm gonna take this purple and use it to add a little bit of depth to the crease. Same brush. I don't know, nothing too much. It doesn't look like it's super dark in this part of her eye. It seems mostly on the outer corners to me. And now that I've seen these colors on my eyes, I feel like it's just a touch too much of a pinky purple. So I'm gonna go in with this soft gray here from the Kaleidos palette. Just dust that over the whole lid, just like very softly to add a little bit more mutedness. It's gonna be very subtle, but just enough that it just adds the kind of tonality I want. You see that? Very subtle little shift there. Now, before I go in with more depth, I'd like to put a bit of shimmer, and I'm going to use this one here, Strange Love. It does look like the shimmer she has on her lid is kind of subtle. Nothing too glitzy glam, but definitely there's a sheen there. And I really do love this color. Such a pretty, like, muted, soft, gray lilac shimmer. Look at that. Gorgeous. I'm going to use this same gray to add a little bit of something under the eye, under the lower lash line. Starting to add dimension here as well. Now I'm going to take a black eyeshadow, just one from this Glaminatrix Timeless Tones palette, and going to create, like, on the outer corner, a bit of smokiness, a little bit of a wing in a way. Gonna bring depth to the lash line first. Just softly placing the black eyeshadow. So that was a little angled brush I used, and now I have something that is less precise of a shape. And I'm gonna use this to blend this more. I don't want it to look like a harsh wing. I want it to have a little bit of smudginess to it. And then just taking what's on the brush to bring some depth at the outer corner here. I don't want to go too dark because that never really suits me well. Just a little bit, but you could go for a lot of smokiness there if you'd like. Just kind of connecting the lower and upper lash lines right there. And then I'm going to take a clean brush and use it to smudge out the black into this little bit of a shape here. Like it goes out and then in. I'm going to take that slightly deeper purple I was using, just a little bit of it, to help blend this a little bit more into the purple. So right here, just a little bit more depth. I noticed she has a bright waterline, which I think helps like the darker tones pop. It often does. I love putting a brighter color in the waterline in general, but also for a smoky eye personally. It helps open up the eye while also having smokiness. So I'm going to take Beige Flag from Urban Decay. I'm just doing one eye for now, obviously. All right, I'm going to do the other eye off camera, put on some mascara, and then let's continue with the lips. Okay, mascara and lashes are on. I just used a little half lash from the MAC Free Spirit Lash right on the edges for some extra glam. It's been a while since I did a kind of darker eyeshadow look, I realize. I'm not used to it. All right, lips, definitely a cool tone liner. I'm gonna go in with Endless Cacao. This is the more like long wearing formula and a pretty obvious lip line for this look. I'm going to emphasize the Cupid's bow just a touch. All right, she has kind of a pretty putty type of neutral shade, so I'm gonna try out the shade Treasure from Vive. I almost never do a lip like this, so it's kind of different for me. Really focus that at the center. Kind of blend it. I forgot how much that waterproof formula of Endless Cacao is like quite, has a lot of stain power. I think I'm gonna take the version that isn't waterproof, look how tiny this is, and just help blend a little bit. Okay, we are almost done here, but I think I do want to add the littlest bit of luminosity to the skin. The Urban Decay foundation really made things quite matte, actually. So I want to add a little bit more of that glow she's got going on. I'm going to go in with this Spectral Shine from Phytosurgeons in Fresh Fog. This is an interesting formula. It's not too highlightery. You kind of work it into the brush. It's more like for that natural little bit of, I don't want to call it dewy, but like a little bit of subtle glow that in certain lights really peeks out. It's very natural. Just a little bit. Can you see it on camera? I'm not sure. And then one final finishing touch. I feel like she has a little bit of a soft gold shimmer like here and here, very subtle. And it's funny because like, I don't know, did they use this palette? Because it's got the same types of shimmers it seems that she has. So I'm gonna go in with this one here, Skeleton Kiss. And very softly, just a little bit right here in the inner corners. Once again, it's not a shimmer that's like ultra sparkly. It's just like this softer sheen that catches the light. And this is the finished makeup look. I gotta say, I'm really loving this. I feel like it gives that Gothic feeling, but it does feel like kind of glam and elegant. And I busted out the shirt that I feel like has that similar color that I just love this shade. I don't even know what to call it, but Chapel Roan wore something similar to this in a look, and something about this type of shade just works well with this soft goth kind of look, especially like the sheerness here and these like tones working together. Yeah, I'm here for it. I love how she has the no brows, the bleached brow. It looks really cool. Adds that extra kind of eerie, otherworldly effect. So you should definitely try that out if you are brave enough or have some really light brows. But otherwise, I definitely encourage you to still try it out if you want to keep your eyebrows on or just, yeah, switch things up a little bit to work for you. I feel like this Gothic energy is really in lately, especially as people start to get a little bit into more witchier looks in the mainstream. I think it's really cool to see. And yeah, I love seeing celebrities just really showing off really interesting looks. I think it's so fun to see. And I'm really looking forward to watching the new season of Wednesday. I haven't yet watched it yet. I have to wait for my partner who's away for a couple days. So I'll be a little bit behind the times, but I hope you guys are enjoying it and I hope you liked this tutorial. That's it for today. Toasty, let's take it away. Thanks so much to everybody who watches until the end. I really appreciate it. And if you want to check out my Patreon, link down below where you can subscribe to check out bonus content, and it really helps support me and the channel. If you want to like, comment, and subscribe, that's always so appreciated. And until next time, may you all find yourselves a little bit of makeup magic, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, witches.